We're just a couple days away from the elections. Most notably, of course, Mamdani and Cuomo facing off in New York, an election where we already know the outcome. Cuomo is taking his inevitable loss quite well. Oh, and Katie Wilson. But Katie Wilson's opponent, Bruce Harrell, isn't posting gems like this. Bruce Harrell is not down there in the mines, digging up gems like this one.
Trick or treat.
Aren't you a little old to be trick-or-treating?
Not according to my job resume.
And where's your costume?
Duh. I'm a socialist.
Hey, man, just one piece of candy per trick-or-treater.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to take 52%.
For what?
For the government.
You can't be serious?
Oh!
What's wrong with you?
Go away! Defund! This is insane. You are ruining Halloween.
Yeah. And I'm about to ruin New York City if you make me mayor. See, I'm a socialist. Some people need to get tricked, so others get a treat.
God, that guy was crazy.
Socialists are terrifying.
I do appreciate the fact that they learned from the second to last AI video they put out, and they did not make the criminal child black. You know? It doesn't have a pimp cane.
God, that guy was crazy.
Socialists are terrifying. Sir, we told you to go away.
What?
Relapse. It's just me, Curtis Sliwa, the Red Beret guy running from there with no shot of winning.
Then why are you dressed like that other guy?
Because at this point, I'm so far behind.
A vote for me is a vote for Mamdani.
And that's the scariest thing of all this Halloween.
Anyway, I hope you guys have enough candy. Each of my cats is dressed up as a different cat from the musical Cats.
That line actually goes really hard. You know he's a cat guy, right? Sliwa? He's like a cat lady, but a guy, if they have a term for that. That line goes really hard.
Anyway, I hope you guys have enough candy. Each of my cats is dressed up as a different cat from the musical Cats.
I'm voting for Cuomo.
Same.
Come on, let me in. My cats are hungry.
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
Have you seen the Schoolhouse Rock AI M-Preg he put out? Yeah, oh, no. That was up next. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. Right here on New York State Capitol Hill.
What the f***?
What's that?
I'm a bill.
What's a bill?
You don't know what a bill is? Aren't you in a...
These are all posted by Cuomo, by the way. This is from the Cuomo. This is all from Cuomo for NYC. This is posted by Cuomo. This is officially from Cuomo.
Assemblyman?
Yeah, but I don't do much. I missed over half the votes, and according to ChatGPT, I might have the lowest attendance record in history.
It's true.
Oh, wait a sec. You mean bill like money bills? Ew. I hate those things.
Me too, brother.
Wait, aren't you a socialist? That's a lot of dough.
Well, I'm rich because I interned for my mom right before this job. My mom is rich.
AI politics that should be banned and punished like imprisonment. This actually does violate the law. My understanding, at least based on what a lot of people are posting, is that in New York State, it's against the law to use AI to imitate the voice of a political opponent. And this is, it's Mamdani's voice. They've trained on his voice. This one has no disclaimer that it's AI generated. The next one, the Halloween one, does.
Rich, so I interned for her, then used more of her money to be a failed rapper who sang about loving literal terrorists.
Well, you must know what a bill is, because look, your name is on 3 that became law.
Ha! No way! I passed 3 bills in 5 years. I'm totally qualified to run the biggest city in America.
You've been here 5
He's so
years and
cute.
only passed 3 bills? Well, New York City's over 300 years old. I'm sure you wouldn't be the least qualified mayor.
After doing a comparison of Mamdani's prior job experience to all 110 mayors of New York City, going back to 1665, I can conclude he would be the least qualified mayor to ever come into office.
It's true. Try it with your own ChatGPT at home, kids.
Oh my God!
It really makes you wonder, like, did they sponsor this? Why wouldn't you pretend that you were pulling this information from some other source? You know?
You're going to destroy the Big Apple. Oh no!
I'm just a shell. I'm just a shell.
Totally off key.
I'm gonna destroy the Big Apple.
Jesus Christ.
Don't hate me.
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
No, it's official. This is the future of political advertisement. I hate the future. You hate this? This is bad? You don't like this? Thought everyone would like this. We were promised a more intelligent future, you know? It does seem like Cuomo's kind of given up, though. These are a lot more lazily produced than the super racist crime one, too. That one was at least punchy. You know? How far back do you have to go to find that? Did Cuomo actually post that one? No, because they deleted it because of the obvious racism. That's right. They deleted that one. You should see the most recent Mamdani ad. Sure. I'll take a look, you know. In the final days of the race, yeah, I'm just interested in seeing how it all plays out. Who are we voting for? Sliwa or Sliwa? Tough choice.
This Sunday, I'm running. We're all running. To do something that's never been done before. To set a new record. To enter the history books. Just not at the marathon. Because my 12-minute, 54-second mile is... We're going to do it at the doors. The current record for the most doors knocked in a single day...
12:54. I don't believe that. I think he's playing it down. 12:54. I don't believe that. I don't believe he is a... That's a 13-minute walk right there.
New York history was 200,000. That wasn't by one campaign. It was by every campaign up and down the ballot across the entirety of the state. We want to shatter that record this Sunday, right here across the 5 boroughs with all of you. 3,500 volunteers have already signed up for shifts. With 3,000 more, we could do what's never been done. So if you're not running the marathon, or you're not like me and you can finish the marathon without having to go to the medical tent, sign up for a shift at ZahranForNYC.com/GOTV. Let's make history.
Really leaning into the mustache too. That's a big thing right now, right? The like sleazy guy look, where you have like the longer hair and the mustache. He's playing into it. You know, he's hip with the kids. Yeah, he needs a mullet. I agree.
One door at a time.
Canvassing, folks. It's on the mind. Oh, hold on. This would have been after the Halloween ad was posted, right?
Early voting is surging in the most closely watched race in America.
Ooh,
Nearly 500,000 ballots have already been cast in New York City's mayoral election. It is a record-breaking number. On the campaign trail, Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic Socialist and frontrunner, doing Tai Chi at a senior center in Manhattan. His primary opponent, New York's former Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo, campaigning in a Republican stronghold.
Mamdani's life feels like it's just a Yakuza game. Don't you think? Motherfuckers doing mini games all up and down the city. You have no idea what at any given moment he could be. Like, you could tell where is he right now? You could be told anything and you would believe it. Absolutely anything.
South Brooklyn. And out front now is Andrew Cuomo, independent candidate for mayor of New York. Governor, nice to see you tonight. So you have been out there campaigning hard. The polling, every major polling, is showing Mamdani with a double-digit lead over you. Why do you think it is that New Yorkers are consistently choosing him over you?
This fucking guy. A funny tidbit, by the way. Early turnout, like initial turnout for early voting from young people, wasn't as good as people were hoping. Expected with young people, but there was a big surge yesterday because apparently you got a special I voted sticker on Halloween, like the New York City polling place, or not polling, the voting places were handing out special like Halloween I voted stickers. This is true. Yeah. So the young people were waiting for their cool to show off, you know, to flex on the gram, which I respect completely. Numbers surged.
I think the race is just starting to take shape, right? Tuesday is the big day, and I think New Yorkers tend to focus late. Also, he is the Democratic candidate. He won the Democratic primary, so there's a knee-jerk to go with the Democrat. Interestingly, he's a Democratic Socialist. I'm actually a Democrat. So that also has to play out. And the turnout, as you mentioned, is extraordinary. And I think that's the most telling thing. New Yorkers are concerned. You have this Democratic Socialist. What does it mean to have New York being run by a person who favors socialist economic policies? Public safety is a very big issue. I want to add police. He has been very anti-NYPD. And then you have the highest rate of anti-Semitism incidents in New York City, in the country, which is really shocking. So,
if you go by the ADL, who reports every single vote for Zohran Mamdani as an individual recorded instance of anti-Semitism, of course.
There's a lot that is animating the people of New York, as it should.
Animating them, getting people out to vote. We don't yet know, right? Sort of to your point, we don't yet know how they vote. We'll find out on Tuesday when the results are in. You were campaigning today in South Brooklyn with a Republican city councilwoman who just endorsed you. And I just want to play something that she said about your opponent, especially as you talk about...
Oh, God. I think I know what this clip is.
The very real rise in anti-Semitism in this city specifically. So that moment in your response, here it is.
Aside from the fact that he's a communist, an anti-Semite, he has no idea what he's doing.
She's a
Do you believe, as the council member said, that Mamdani is an anti-Semite and a communist?
I don't think the council member said that.
There's no missing context there, by the way. That was the interaction.
So, Governor, now that you were able to hear clearly that she did in fact say that, do you agree with her that Zohran Mamdani is anti-Semitic and a communist?
Yeah, I didn't hear her referring to him as an anti-Semite. I thought she was referring to him as fostering anti-Semitic sentiment. He has said some highly inflammatory things on the campaign trail.
Such a fucking pussy, dude. It's like, you know, he does not believe or care about any of this shit, man. He does not think Mamdani's an anti-Semite. So few of them do. Maybe a couple of the lunatics, but for the most part, they all know it's a cynical ploy. They just don't want to get themselves in hot water by overcommitting to a position, you know? They have to remain, oh, I'm concerned about X.
And he has offended the Jewish community. There is no doubt about that. He refuses to denounce globalized intifada, which basically means kill Jewish people. He's refused to denounce a fellow named Hassan Piker, who was a friend.
Jeannie, I wish mainstream Democrats would be more aware of new media culture and get more involved in social media to better promote their message. And the monkey's paw curls.
Of his who said, America deserved 9/11. America deserved 9/11. In New York, every New Yorker was traumatized by 9/11. So these are highly inflammatory and divisive comments. And he's made them and he's stuck by them. He refuses to recognize the right of Israel to exist as a Jewish state. So he has been very outspoken on these positions, and he has offended
it's so fucked
the
up
Jewish community by and
people
large.
like Schumer continue to endorse this behavior, and as a consequence, right now, the growing anti-Israeli political sentiment in the United States, which is based, by the way, America should be anti-Israel for the same reason it was anti-Nazi Germany back in the 1940s. You know, I think it's a pretty clear-cut moral line. But unfortunately, right now, this obvious moral fact is getting outflanked by the right because actual anti-Semites are taking advantage of the Democrats' like complete complicity on the issue. You know, if you are anti-Israel and on the right, there are pathways for you to express that. If you're anti-Israel and on the left, your best hope is being some like, you know, fringe lefty. If you're in the party, you have basically no room to say shit, man. Even AOC has to bend the knee on Iron Dome funding. Even Bernie Sanders gets a little bit like tepid when it comes to calling it a genocide. Like there's no truly fiery opposition to Israel, but from the right, if you watch Candace Owens, if you watch Tucker Carlson, if you watch Marjorie Taylor Greene, and any of the recent interviews she's been doing, they're giving you room to hate Israel, and hating Israel is the correct thing to do. It's a moral fact. Everyone should hate Israel. Unfortunately, people on the right they found a way to hate Israel for the wrong reason, folks.
Large in New York.
So then just to put a point in the question, though, do you believe that he is, as the Congresswoman said, her exact words, an anti-Semite? Do you agree with her?
Yeah, she was a councilwoman. And look, I don't have the power to look into somebody's soul. I don't know if somebody's a racist, somebody's a bigot, somebody's anti-Semitic. I know what he has said is highly inflammatory and offensive to the Jewish community. There is no doubt about that. When you say you won't denounce kill all the Jews, that's inflammatory.
You were campaigning in...
I think he probably would denounce that slogan. Also, this is like essentially slander. I mean, you should be able to be litigious over this,
Harlem yesterday, and you painted a very bleak picture of what you believe New York City would be with Mamdani as mayor. Here's some of that.
This is about the future of the city of New York. I do not believe the city of New York has a future if Zohran Mamdani is elected mayor.
New York, as you well know, is a very resilient city. It certainly had a future after the horrific 9/11 terror attacks. It had a future after COVID. More than 47,000 people died during the pandemic.
Buddy, New York is older than America. New York City, cities often last longer than the empires they were a part of. Rome is still around. Just, the city of Rome. New York City was older than America.
Why do you believe specifically that the city itself won't have a future if Mamdani is in fact mayor?
Two reasons. Number one, the Mamdani is hostile to public safety, hostile to the NYPD. He said the NYPD, his words, are racist, wicked, corrupt, anti-queer, a threat to public safety. He has supported defunding, disarming, and disbanding the police. The public safety is job one in New York City.
I feel like this is an obvious point to a lot of people, but I think one of the one of the big reasons people are losing faith in democracy is because the constant camera attention on every candidate means that now more than ever we have the ability to fire back and forth, right? Like people have the ability to engage with each other's points and respond. And more people are seeing a lot of politicians do not ever engage with what anyone around them says or does. Like, it would be like, what's the point in, imagine this at a smaller scale. Imagine like everyone's getting really amped up for classroom elections to be like who's class president or whatever. And there's a guy who comes up with his slogans and bits. And no matter what you said to him, what arguments you made, points you made, whether you were conciliatory or accusatory, it didn't matter what tone you took, what points you proved obviously wrong. It wouldn't matter, right? They always just said the same thing. I think it would really make you feel like the whole process was a sham, especially if everyone else around you kept treating it like a real thing. It is old media strategy. This used to work more when, like, it was the 70s or 80s or whatever. You didn't have this same kind of like live play-by-play. The closest thing you had is like concurrent, interviews on news stations. And even then you were getting people responding back and forth to quips. You had an occasional debate. Nowadays, like there's no excuse for it. It's all really obvious. Like Cuomo, it's just canned talking points. But who could believe in democracy when the people who are meant to represent it are doing stuff like this? Mamdani engages with what people say to him, Mamdani's positions have evolved over the course of this race. He's talked and explained how he feels, and he's engaged with people who disagree with him. That's democratic. I mean, that's the democratic process. Kamala was horrific on this point. Oh, God, did you see her interview with Jon Stewart recently? Or even he looked fed up with her? Yeah, Yeah, no, like it feels like they're not even people. Like they're not even human beings. I know this is kind of like an inflammatory point, like I'm being hyperbolic or whatever, but I mean it. Like if you're talking with a person, you would expect them to be able to grow, shift, change, whatever, like as you engage with them. But if you're talking to like a skin crawler freak, you can't it doesn't feel like they can engage with you. It's very unsettling.
In many cities, if people feel unsafe, that's very bad for the city. Number two, he's anti-corporate, anti-business,
oh my God,
anti-wealth. One of the problems we're having in New York City now is our taxes are very, very high, and people are leaving. As you mentioned, post-COVID, remote work, move to a place that has a lower tax rate because you can, after COVID, with remote work. So if you are anti-public safety, and you are anti-corporation and anti-business and hostile to the economy in New York City.
You have to really fucking hate New York to say this, by the way. Imagine living in New York City and going like, yeah, people are actually desperate to leave this city. As soon as they get the opportunity, they'll leave this city. You know? Any mild inconvenience, they'll leave this city. New York City. No one wants to live here. What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe Cuomo doesn't. He didn't until the election, and he said he's going to move down to Florida if he loses. So,
yeah, you're going to see more people leave. You are seeing it now, right? He will accelerate the number of people and companies leaving.
Former Governor Andrew Cuomo, you say the race is just getting started, gaining momentum. We'll be watching the results on Tuesday. Appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Great. Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Out front now, Harry Enton, to tell me, all of us, something I don't know.
It does really feel like he's given up on the race. You know, it does feel like his heart's just not in it. And God bless him for that, you know? Though New Yorkers constantly act smug about being New York. Yeah, of course, it's New York. It's the best city in the world. Obvious. It's the capital city of Earth. It's freak shit right there. People love living in New York City so much. There are people stacked like sardines in apartment buildings in Brooklyn, you know? There are people paying $1,200 a head, 6 people to a 2-bedroom apartment, 2 people to bed, 1 person on an air mattress in each bedroom. In Brooklyn. And they put up with it because it's New York. It's a magical place. It's okay, but it's no Albuquerque. That's fucking facts, my man. That's true. Say it, don't spray it. So basically, New York, Chicago, Seattle, and Stockholm are the only valid cities? No, there are way more than that, but, you know, New York is special. Everyone on Earth agrees. New York is special. New York is more special than America is. America's pretty special, but New York is the part of America that's most special. America's the most special, or sorry, New York's the most special part of America. If you cut New York City out of America, America wouldn't be that special.